Hello and welcome back to Mzansi. We're back with another update, and obviously, you know what happened in court, right?
Yeah.
You know what happened in court.
Very short, brief.
Very short, but we're going
5
to
minutes.
yes, we're going to give you that as it is, and then on top of that, we're going to discuss our opinions, and then go further and say our opinion.
Okay, hi guys, welcome back to the Mzansi Reality YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining us yet again for another deliberation on the Senzo Meyiwa trial. Yesterday I did mention the CC, where are you? I thought it was coming from an SMS, but after the comments and also Mr. Anonymous recalling, it definitely came from the confession. I double checked, I looked, yes, it's from the confession. So you guys, I recalled wrong. It's not an SMS. It was from the confession statements.
Okay. That's good. Nothing is wrong.
So the trial had to be postponed today due to the unavailability of Advocate Mshololo, who was expected to start her cross-examination for today.
Could have been a short one.
You know, if Mgomezulu continued on Monday, probably things would not have been like this, because maybe Nxumalo would be the one who was cross-examining today with perhaps Mnisi. It's just an opinion that I have, and I'm putting it out there. I felt like Mgomezulu's cross-examination was way too short, but maybe it had gone a little bit longer, then Advocate Mshololo would have not appeared in court today, and it wouldn't have created a whole halt of the entire day being cancelled. You know what I'm saying? So State Advocate Roni Sibanda said that the matter will not be proceeding, and Advocate Charles Mnisi said that Advocate Zandile Mshololo indicated that she will not be in today due to some commitments in another division, specifically at KZN. She requested that she be excused on account that the matter was at a stage where she needed to cross-examine the witness, and she could not request Mr. Munyeki, the advocate that is usually sitting next to her, that she comes with. And Advocate Munyeki has been representing Abumnisi as well when they have not been appearing, of course, at the request of Advocate Advocate, or the allowance of Advocate Mshololo. Yes. So yeah, she wanted Mnyeki to stand in for her and proceed with the cross-examination, and she requested that she be excused for today. Today, rather tomorrow, but today. I'm saying today because in today.
Yeah, we what do you think tomorrow she's gonna be there?
She has to be. It's only her who's holding the court, holding it, because she's the one who was supposed to cross-examine today. She's holding the court, in my opinion, because how do they move on without her? It would mean that they will have to call another witness, but then how do they, because she's gonna come back again and say she wasn't there.
Yeah.
So literally, the ball is in her court.
Yeah. There are ways we can look at this. It could be that, which I doubt. The guy sounded, which I doubt.
Which guy sounded?
No. Look, I'm even wrong, because the guy, the ballistic expert, set the date on a different date.
Yes.
And then I'm trying now to look at this thing with you. And then there was Sibanda who promised that there's going to be a new witness today. And in my thinking, there was no new witness that was available. That's my thing, because I don't think the state has any witness left. That maybe they have quite few, but they wouldn't like to have them this early, in my opinion. That's my opinion.
I heard the judge ask him about other witnesses, and he said that they are going to make sure that on Monday, okay, they have a new witness, provided that Van Dillingham is done with the cross-examination today. So he didn't want to disclose because they asked him how many more witnesses do you still have that are coming up, and he didn't want to disclose how many exactly.
So if you think this postponement, who is it benefiting?
The state.
The state, in my opinion. That the state. I can never doubt that.
Oh, it's definitely benefiting the state.
Yes. I'm looking at patterns. I've been looking at patterns, simple patterns. Every time there seem to be a bit of success in this case, there's been a postponement that follows after that, and such evidence or whatever that is happening cannot be led. It pauses and then it comes back cold. That's my view.
It kind of also happened with this witness in particular, because I can only imagine how the cross-examination would have been like if they just finished it
with her. She would go with less credibility. She would go discredited. But now they have gotten time. What is happening is that Baloyi is going to get time. They're going to come back. They're probably going to be able to twist this around.
After what happened
after
yesterday.
this time, yes. I don't care what happens today, but they will be able to twist a bit of things around and call some mistakes there and then. The judge is going to be able to willing to take that, and I mean, it has been the case. Do you remember when cast
636.
No, 636. The other one, 375.
375.
Cast 375 when it was introduced. Do you remember what happened?
She asked for 3 months adjournment so that she can go through the docket of.
And there was a bit of clarity, which ended up putting us in a situation where 375 was deemed to be a project of juniors that had no merit, and then the
After
other
she went through it for 3 months. So
when Tifo introduced it as a case
3 months to think about what to do with that docket, and they came back and they said it was written by
a junior. It's something like that. And that is how 375 was crushed.
And it changed because the trajectory of the entire case.
It was a dilemma there. They could not move forward with those two cases.
Yes.
But now they deemed the other one a junior exercise. And it paused there and became a bit of null. But then, as junior as it was, they managed to also use it. Some of the statements that are there that were introduced during that time, we are seeing them even today.
Yes,
but it was a junior investigation that was not approved.
In fact, the defense has heavily relied on the statements from 375.
Yes. So without those statements that Tifo introduced, this case would be swinging in a state's favor by a full force. There was no coming back from that.
The defense would not have much to work with.
They had nothing to work with. All the defense that they had comes from 375.
Yes.
So now here is Nisi pushing and pulling in the right direction. And then we have now this day for Fated. I'm sure she was working on something very special or important in KZN, and I don't have a problem with that, but it's a coincidence of these things happening that are really making this case go cold, and then we come back, we are on the losing side again. as people who want justice?
For me, it's the calmness of the judge.
Yeah, there's no shouting.
We all know that he doesn't like Mshololo that much, in my opinion. And to hear that Mshololo is the reason why the court could not continue after Mnisi just found that discrepancy.
Allegedly, I don't say
Allegedly.
Doesn't like. I'm saying on the like side.
Okay, allegedly.
Yeah.
Everything is alleged. Everything is alleged. I'm about to say this is speculation. But then the way he was so calm, you know, no theatrics, no, I want proof of where you're going and what you're going to do. A whole thesis that he was demanding out of Mgombezulu when he said he could not show up to court on a particular day. There was even a speech about how unprofessional, Do you guys remember that? Calling him unprofessional, black lawyers, this and that. Wara, 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 wara. What shocked me was him not even wanting a reason or proof, just like he wanted out of the other defense counsels. I mean, at some point, Ramasipili had a doctor's appointment and he had to show up still on the same day that he had a doctor's appointment.
Yes.
So I was shocked. I didn't expect the judge to be so relaxed about Mshololo not being able to pitch up. And the fact that maybe she didn't even communicate it prior, or maybe she did communicate it prior, I don't know. But it seemed like it was not communicated prior. It was communicated this morning. You understand what I'm saying? So that whole relaxation, chilled vibes really surprised me. And another thing that surprised me as well, I did not see Advocate Baloy. I don't see him in that court. Was he there?
I did not see him.
I looked and I looked. The reason why I wanted to see Advocate Baloy is because we were told about ballistic experts, and he came at the time that they came at the court on that day.
When the court was heating up, let's put it like that. When Nisi was still on the stand and it was okay, he was disrupted, she did not make a fuss of it. It's okay, everything was sorted out.
And
then the date
pitched
was
with the ballistic expert, right?
Around the time when the ballistic expert came, because we don't know whether he came with him.
Around the time, they came at a similar time.
Yes. So,
and now today, did he know that Mshololo was not going to show up? That's a question
maybe
pose.
Maybe he called them. It's their colleagues. Maybe he called them.
Usually when stuff like this happens,
it was not something that is unplanned, in my opinion. It is something that could have been known in advance. So, courtesy of being lawyers working together, you probably would have told the MPA side that you're not going to be available in court. So they saved themselves time. I guess. That's my guess. That's my good guess.
And also Ramasipili Kutiwa, he also didn't show up.
Probably that was discussed because they are almost one team.
Nisi was saying that he had asked him to stand in for him. So there was a discussion that we shouldn't even bother going there tomorrow because it's not happening.
Maybe.
Allegedly.
Maybe. Yeah. This is also chowing now on, it comes back again to Mgomezulu being on the paid time where money does not come easy. That's another problem.
Definitely.
She was there. He was there.
Yeah, he was there.
He's going to get paid for that appearance.
He's going to charge for it.
And it's fair. Like that, he must be paid for that appearance.
Yes.
If everything is done properly. He prepared, postponed whatever that he was supposed to do. He came to the court to represent his accused person. And no one showed up. Day wasted. It's okay. It's okay. But I'm worried about how these things are happening. That's my worry as a person who's just observing outside. I'm worried because we need to get to an end of this case. We need to see how it goes. You know, it feels like we are closer to end, and then something just does happen, something that disturbs the rhythm of the case. It happens, and we go back, we reset, we come back, everything is swinging in the direction of the state.
Yes. There
Because you
will
must
be
rest assured,
statements popping up.
these numbers might be coming.
To
Even an
correct.
additional statement might be coming
Yeah.
to say that, by the way, this was filtered.
It might come an additional statement.
You know, the filtering might come. The judge suggested it. Don't think that these people are not listening. Once the judge suggests to such things, because now the Excel he's an expert of an Excel now, in my opinion. You know something's gonna come up.
It's coming.
Explaining that.
It's coming, definitely.
I've done an additional statement or supporting statement or something like that.
Yes. Something is coming to try and neutralize
the situation.
It's coming. We have been on this journey for far too long.
to actually think
nothing
that
shocks us
nothing is
anymore.
going to happen after this adjournment. No. We are just going to sit and wait, obviously, for this guy Sibanda to finish up. But around that time, I'm sure you're going to hear something new.
Remember,
very new.
there's a re-examination.
That re-examination is going to change everything, in my opinion. Everything is going to change.
You know, also, I'm going to go back to the judge because I'm like, Ramasipili also did not show up. And he's like, did you see how he was so tired? The way he just laid on the sofa or something like that. Did you guys catch that? It was a joke, of course. But I was like, so Ramasipili now, the judge knows that he's tired. He knows and is that attentive to Ramasipili to notice that he's tired.
Okay.
I find it very suspicious.
All right. It's fine. We have said much, about 5 minutes. Then we have an issue of one of our subscribers. I don't normally answer here. But I would like to answer Abdul. It's Abdul Kadir. Not sure if I pronounce your name correctly. I see you are really commenting, which is good. I'm just going to start from the top. You're saying suspect 3 did not know suspect 2. Suspect number 2 is not an Inkabi. Okay, I hear that. That now made me come to this one. 1 hour ago, is saying fact is none of these 5 suspects' phones were on during the murder. Why? Court is only interested in the time of the murder. They were in Gauteng. How long does it take to get to Vosloorus? An hour or 2 or 5 hours 30 minutes in Joburg, 7:30 in Vosloorus? Now I get where you're going here. It's fine, but let us just answer this. First of all, this is wrong. 5 suspects' phone were off during the murder. Now that would take you to actually get on the archives of Vodacom and pull all the suspects' numbers, which were not pulled. Only one number was actually likely pulled
from another case.
Number 3 from another case on the 26th of October 2014. Right?
Yes.
So the question is portraying a message of these people's cell phone numbers were off. Now, speaking of cell phones were off and on. Now, that one is answered. Only one accused has the history of 2014 of what happened to his phone in 2014. Number two, the issue of let me answer the time one. He's talking about the time. He's saying how long does it take to go to an hour is enough, or less than an hour, 45 minutes or so, if the traffic is clear. Okay, it talks about 7:30. In my assumption, you are saying that they were in Joburg at 7:30, then it fits the time of traveling to Vosloorus around that time, and during that time of the scene, and they did whatever they did. But no, you're forgetting, if you were listening attentively, the picture was taken there was an activity that happened at 8:30 that pointed, 8:82 or 83, that pointed these people in Johannesburg, CBD. So that would mean that they would have to move within a minute to reach Vosloorus, because this whole incident happened around
8:30.
Yes, that's what we're gathering from the evidence. So from there, your questioning is wrong. Your understanding is wrong. So you probably, because I saw it, you asked this question in SABC when I was scrolling there. I saw this question, and no one answered it. So I'm giving you now an answer.
Okay.
Why? Two, the phone was not off. Nobody said the phone of accused number 3 was off, right? Even though you're saying all the accused phones were off, which I don't know the other accused now where you are getting. But let's answer for accused number 2. Nobody said the phone was off.
They said it did not receive.
It did not. There was no activity for them to be able to pin it in a certain tower.
So there were no SMSs, no phone calls, none of that.
No data usage.
No data usage. So she couldn't specifically say that it was switched off. She did not say that. And
accused number 3, through his lawyer, is saying that around that time he had consumed diluted waters, and they dropped him, he slept.
That's what he said.
Right?
And you can also remember that even with a phone switched off, we remember with accused number 2's testimonies of him allegedly sitting with a phone in the cells. Even though it was switched off, it was receiving some things. There was a time that it was picking up towers, although it was in a switched off state.
It does.
It was receiving SMSs and stuff. So with this particular situation, when it comes to accused number 3, from 8:31, I think, up until 8 o'clock in the next morning, it said no activity.
Yes.
So even if you want it to be switched off, it doesn't matter at this point, because even if it is switched off, once an SMS comes through, it does report. So, I'm sure you've seen, even with your phone, some of the SMSs, when you do switch your phone off, if they were sent, they were sent. The times that they were sent does not change because your phone was off.
So sometimes if you listen to this case in passing, I don't know whether it's in passing or you will misunderstand a lot. And you start now, in your mind, I would assume that the incident, you think it started happening around 9.
But overall, the state has not proved that accused number 3 was at the Spaza house. As much as we would like to believe that that is the case, it is not. They haven't placed him there yet. They tried by saying that 25 kilometers, but that mission was abandoned because it was not really coming together. Because it would not explain the movement. And they tried to say him and the cell phone are 2 different things. So it doesn't mean just because the cell phone, he could have left the cell phone there and went to Vosloorus. Do they have proof of such?
No, they don't. They don't. Now it's could have, should have, something like that, you are creating your own theories. But the danger of listening and just listening in passing, that's what happens. You start creating your own theory and then you believe it. Once you believe it, it's difficult to actually take it out of your mind. But if you look at what happened, I think you get a better idea. You remember, we argued about the time in which that game of Man United and Chelsea started.
Yes.
Which ended up with 1-1 score and a red card, if I'm not mistaken. We even went to check that.
Yes.
So for us, it's easy to pin the time because from their testimonies, those who were in their house, they're saying the game was still playing.
They did.
The game did not finish around 9.
On the Netflix documentary, Tumelo Madlala was saying that the game was still playing when somebody walked in and it felt like... Well, he didn't say that. Mtogo apparently is the one who said it to the... Yeah, that it was Mtogo's. But he said, we thought he was playing, you know. Yes. That's what he said. But his story changed dramatically in the court on the stand. It didn't sound the same anymore.
Now let us just in passing.
Okay.
Talk about Mr. Ronaldo Gouws.
Ronaldo Gouws.
It's Ronaldo. Yeah, Ronaldo Gouws returns as a deputy speaker in parliament. Deputy spokesperson in parliament, but defend his appointment. DA defends his appointment. What do you guys think about that?
You know that petition had more than 50,000 signatures within 24 hours. That is how vocal people were about him not being in there.
In that parliament?
Yes.
But he's there.
They still defended him, right? After that petition, after the first video popped up, they defended him. The DA was like, One thing you need to understand about the DA is that they will defend their people, okay?
Exactly.
They will stand together.
If they don't defend you, you must know you are not their people.
Yeah.
And they don't miss.
Yeah.
In my opinion, they don't miss those people. They defend exactly who they're supposed to defend.
We got their memo and that is fine. And then the next video now popped up where he literally used the K word to refer to people like us. And then on top of that video, yes, it was made a long time ago. He was apparently a YouTuber then, and he was speaking on YouTube about Julius and Warawara. And then he was against, obvious, that, you know, them people who are agitated by Julius. He was one of those people who was agitated by him singing that song, right? And instead of addressing Julius, he decided to use the K word to make his argument or whatever he was saying at the time. But that does not eliminate the fact that that word is banned. We don't want to hear it.
No, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be even heard by my kid.
We don't want to hear it. We don't care what argument you were trying to make. We don't care. You can't use that word now. And people showed you that, yes, you cannot use that word anymore. You don't have the privilege, the right. It's banned. It's totally banned. That word must go away. Okay, fine. The day after that video, they decide to release a statement. I remember they released a statement and they said that
they're
suspended.
Also, now, this is funny. This is where this is funny. And this is funny because I'm going to refer to it in a different way also when they always say our people. So when they say our people, they include me. They include everyone else who could have signed that petition. So they went on to actually suspend that this Ronaldo, is it let me see, Ronaldo Gouws from DA, because the petition that you guys were signing apparently is for them to remove him from DA. I don't think that's what we signed for.
No.
No, we didn't sign for that.
We did not want him in parliament. You can keep him in your DA.
Obvious.
Not in parliament. In parliament, there's no need for people who still look at black people at a certain way to be in there. We have moved on. Now we would like for what we have now to remain and even get better. We don't want to be re-traumatized and taken back.
I think the
by
confusion
people who, when they are losing arguments, they decide to dig up words from the past.
I think the confusion is that there are people, our people, that are supporting DA. In my opinion, they confuse DA. When they say there is George, I think is one of their people, there is a split between part and the state. Well, we know that. This is in line with all cases in the past where members have been suspended from the party political duties. Party political duties. Why is it there? Wasn't he mandated by DA to be there?
He is mandated by DA to go to parliament.
This is where this law is. It has eyes and everything.
They twist stuff.
They twist stuff nicely and suit them. And I can tell you, it works. It works for them. So
for
nicely.
them, it won't work for us.
No, it won't work.
It works for them.
Look at how it won't work for you.
People wanted him out of parliament. They never said the DA should kick him out. We have no say in what the DA does. And we don't care, in fact.
As many
you can keep him in an office of the DA.
As possible of these people,
yes,
they can keep them.
We are not needing him and that type of mentality in parliament. That's all. And people fought for that.
Apparently, that's what democracy is. To say, yeah, you can do whatever you want to practice, even if it's stepping on us. It's fine. Live with be with your team, but don't represent.
Those are the consequences that he must suffer. The very same consequences that the DA is trying to make Dr. Hlophe suffer.
Yes.
Those are the consequences right there.
And
the worst thing about it is because when you really listen to what had happened for Dr. Hlophe to be impeached, it sounds shady.
Very shady.
It is.
It just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. I'm sure if we gather and we relook at what is going on or what had happened, you'll find that this situation was political.
Just by saying, says Tembelegi, guys,
it deserved an impeachment.
Says Tembelegi, which is we are relying on you guys.
Even if it would have been wrong, it deserved the whole impeachment.
If it was wrong, yes. If it finished the sentence.
No. But to say something to the defense counsel. Look at what right now we are.
No, you cannot defend
this
that.
Case.
You cannot defend that. Even if you want to, you can't. Because if I say, Emil, you are going to go and judge on this, please make sure that you don't.
Did he say it in private?
In private, yes. Even if you said it in private.
No, I'm asking if he said it in private.
It was in the kitchens or something like that, apparently. It was in the kitchen. It doesn't matter.
Where is the whole conversation? Because things can be taken.
What I'm trying to say, because you might be lost in people thinking that you are defending what could have been wrong. I'm saying if he said it, wherever he said it, to the judges were going to sit there and take a decision, and you say, please take a decision to this direction, that would have been wrong. But that is not what happened, in my opinion. What happened is a statement that was not finished was said. A statement that could have said, Tembelegi, we are relying on you. Please make sure you don't do 1, 2, 3, or make sure there was no full context of that. And then he was impeached for that. Well and good. Fine, we accepted that.
We were peaceful about it. We accepted it.
Now he goes on.
We move on.
He's mandated by his party. He goes to parliament. Look at what DA does.
Look at what
DA does what it normally does. Goes to court. Because the court, in my opinion, these days, lately, the courts has been ruling the country.
In the favor
in my own word, like I'm using inverted commas here, they are ruling the country. Every decision that they want to see happening is happening. Now they are going to go gun for this man, and then they are going to also gun for him not to sit, in my own opinion, in those interviews.
When he's the most
so basically they are
silencing
silencing the people who voted for MK.
Yes, they're saying
your decision is not important. Yet on the other side, someone who calls us names, they have no attachment to that person. The person that they took wherever they took brought him to this parliament. Now all of a sudden they have no attachment. That is how the clever blacks would analyze it from DA. I wonder, when you are inside there, how do you feel? How do you feel when things like this are happening? Your people are called names by someone, and then your party says, no, listen, it's fine, we hear that, we are suspending this person within the party. We are still going to go forward with the investigation and do 1, 2, 3. But look, he's going to represent us. And when they vote, I'll bet you, man, you'll vote for DA any day, any time, as much as he is suspended. Because it's, in my opinion, it's just a clean-up, man.
So it's not enough that he's impeached.
It's just a clean-up.
It's not enough that he got impeached. The ANC and the DA voted him out. They voted and they said he's getting impeached. That was not enough? Okay, fine. He enters parliament. People of MK are feeling well represented by him in the parliament. And the people who voted for MK don't matter.
No, they don't.
You are taking this decision to even take it to court to say that this man must be moved out of parliament. And when you look at the basis of even entering parliament, they have nothing to do with anybody's previous job.
Nothing to do with that.
I'm sure if all of them were to be looked at their previous jobs,
a lot of them probably would be shady. Probably. So
based on that, he must get out of parliament.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. As long as they don't feel like you should be there, they are always correct.
Which is the problem I have with the people that represent that organization. It's my main problem, is that they will work in all efforts. It's like beating a dead horse at this point.
So they will go there and
they
say,
will do anything and
we
everything.
have a case, because money is there in any case. I mean, money flies. They will just go there and say, we have a case against this person, and then later apply. No, please make sure that this person does not participate in it until this case is done. And then after that, the case is dismissed. Every interview is done. The decision has been taken, and then voila, everything is good. It's okay. That's the power of politics. These people are not politicking, in my own opinion.
No, that's not politics.
They are just control. They are running the country.
They are running the country.
They are running the country. I don't care what you say. These people are running the country.
They are very
currently, the president is in court.
Oh yeah, today I popped up on another. I'm like, what now? Another court case. Oh my God!
They're in charge. Whether you like it or not, I don't care what you say. You think you are majority, you are minority. They are in charge.
So they are taking the president to court for a speech that he did on May, before the elections in May. They are saying he used that speech to convince people to vote for the ANC.
They are in charge. They are in charge. Whether you like, they will take you to court for anything. And that is my worry, because some of the decisions that are taken by these courts, they are basically saying, the courts run the country. So whoever is in charge or has captured the courts, they are most likely going to run the country forever.
Yes.
You can literally be president the next day. If they didn't vote for you, they will take you to court. Whether they lost 10-0, 4-0, it doesn't matter. They will take you to court.
The impeachment process of Judge Hlophe, it was very long.
It was questionable.
It was very long. I think it took over 10 years or something like that. That's how passionate they are when it comes to what they do.
So then you have people
that is passion, right?
You have
there.
people that go and vote, and then they say they are voting for what is right. What is right about that? What exactly, in your opinion, do you think is right about what is currently happening?
I know. The power is very complicated.
That is why
the power dynamics.
People think it's crazy when people say change the law. Some people who are dumb and smart enough, they've realized that you change the law, you change almost everything, the constitution of this country.
No, you the dynamics of power.
Yes.
Change.
You change the law, you change even the dynamics of the power, yes.
And that's where they will not allow it to happen.
Yes.
Because the power is with them. So changing the law means now they have to let go
of the power.
Of some of the power. They might not let go of all of it, but some of it. And they are refusing to do that. Because
very hard. Very hard. If you
they
still
enjoy
have
the
that
privilege of this power.
Yeah.
And it's very sad.
And the money that these people have, it makes sense.
Yes, they do have the money.
Wealthy is
the pockets are deep.
Is really
they have the money for. You know what shocked me was when they released the financial statement, or they released the donors. The DA is the most funded. The donors pay more for the DA than the ANC.
No, it's simple.
The money is way more.
Take from African resources, give to 10% or 5%. They will remain in power.
Yes.
Whether you like it or not. Then you think in your lifetime you'll see the expropriation of land. Where are you going to see that? Because that would mean that someone must let go of certain power. Not even certain power, the whole power, financial power.
And I see a lot of people were upset that why couldn't the ruling party at least work with other parties like the MK and the EFF? Hey, they could not. They could not.
They couldn't. And if it has not been clear enough to you, we will talk, we can do everything, but it's okay now. It's okay, I think I've seen everything that I would have liked to see in my lifetime in terms of how things are.
Yes.
We have blamed our forefathers for many years. Those who fought, some of them.
And died.
And then those who also were managed using the very same laws. Now today they are managing us. They taught us the very same laws. We are defending their laws.
Yes. That were designed to
oppress us.
To make us not rise.
So there is nothing that you can say other than this. You'll end up saying things that you are not supposed to say. It's okay. The guy is gonna be in parliament. Make peace with it.
Coming back.
Make peace with it. It's okay. It shows where the power is.
But this is one of those files that we need to take and we need to not forget. because he's going in there. You see the drama in the parliament that is happening there. So whatever comes out of his mouth, listen attentively.
Just be okay with it in any case.
Yes.
Because if you are okay with him to sit on the parliament, just be okay with what he's going to say.
Yes.
It does not matter.
Yes. So don't be shooked or anything and now turn against your own people, because wara it is what it is. They stick together. If there's anything you can learn from the DA, is you need to do the same thing with your own community of
Exactly.
people.
Exactly.
Stick together. Stop this thing of being jealous and fighting and whatnot and turning on each other. It's a waste. We are where we are mainly because we can't unite.
No, we cannot. We can't. But hey, there is government of national unity, so we are united.
They are united
It's okay.
with the people.
It's okay. It's fine. We are united. Thabo Mnise, thank you very much for your generous donation. Thank you. We are united. I think let us leave it at that, because we might end up saying things that we're not supposed to say. Nkosikhona Biyela Ndabezitha, Mvundlana Sokhabeni. We see you, our member, Laura. We see you, our member, Chuku Anna. I wish the next step, our president is a lady. Yeah. Look, the incoming judge might be a lady, but look, you can change gender, you can change everything. The fact remains, the power stays in one place. You are just changing the face and the body and everything else and the voice, but you are not changing who takes the decision. You can never change that. Not in this lifetime, not like this. But yeah, that's basically it from my side. Unless if you want to call, you can call.
Oh, the lines.
If you want to call, open. You can call and have your say. But remember, rules and regulations are still intact. Don't be confused by us speaking this way. We know what we're doing.
I got down in the I hope you guys can see.
Sidi somthethwa Nyambose Sizwe Mgaga. It's Nolukhanyo Ngawu. Chugwana mentioned you, and Mami was also here. Mtimkhulu Awubungane was also here. Mpumelelo was here. Pedro Kos was here. Boitumelo Moja was here. Emil, can I ask that you please watch the whole video of who's made the whole video, not the one that was chopped up. Also, watch a few of his other videos where he calls out.
There's one where I was talking about it with the Gayton Mackenzie situation, and he literally called Umama Joy a prostitute.
Leave it at that. Leave it at that.
So he needs to learn to respect people.
Simpiwe Ingwana. Yes, Mthokozise Langa, our moderator.
And to me, I felt bothered by that. Okay, I know a lot of people have a lot of beef with Mama Joy. It's fine, but to go all out and go on this whole rant, it was almost like obsessive the way he was going on about that whole funding of Mama Joy in whatever. And I had to, when I was going through and researching for that video before I made it, I didn't share it in the video, but I had to ask myself that is the problem here that Mama Joy is getting the money, or is it the problem here that Mama Joy is of this color? I had to think about it. That's why I'm not going to bother going through his content, because I already know how he feels about people like us. Going through the few videos, even when he was talking about other topics, I'm enough. I'm good. And I don't blame the people that were pulling up all of those clips and going on Twitter and sharing all of what they shared, and even the petition, how many signatures it got. It's enough to tell you that those who have watched him know how he feels about people like us. And that's enough for me.
Okay. Right, Tammy, thank you for being here. And let's see, who am I missing? Tyler, thank you for being here. Good morning, Emily Anonymous. Yes, Brian, thank you for being here. And Ntlanhlaye too.
Thank you, Ntlanhlaye.
Thank you for being here.
And honestly, we don't need people like that in Parliament. That's my opinion.
Louis Shays, thank you for being here. Skananda. Stembile Gobos, thank you for being here. Sfiso Sindane, thank you for being here. And good morning to you too. Tami Montinga, thank you for being here. Astumi Modise, thank you. We see you. Eric Lutendo, thank you for being here. Let's see. Don't be left behind. Ansi K. Moyo, our moderator, thank you for being here.
Ansi K. Moyo, hi. You know, every time I see people that I'm used to seeing, I become so happy.
Nomtebo Kamile Dlangamandla, thank you for being here.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you.
Sikhameiti, thank you for being here. Mr. Anonymous, you have said it correct. Mshololo knew very well she had commitments but failed to mention it. Nonhlanhla Cele Ndosi, our member. Hello, guys, remember to be, don't forget, become a member also. Thank you for those who have chosen us. There was one that I directed yesterday. And don't fear putting your bank details. I know many people have questioned. Yeah, it's safe. It's safe, very safe.
But that statement will be dated 24th of July 2024.
Yes.
Nothing shocks us anymore. Like the way we have been going through a roller coaster with this trial.
Yes, that's true.
And that is Eric Lutendo Nwembilwi. Nembuili.
Sbongiseni Masilela. Peter Mbanyisi. Sikhumbuzo Mlotshwa.
Yeah, Dumimudi says here says, I wish all South Africans can come together to assist with whatever they can to assist Gomezulu financially. Hi.
Hey, it's difficult. Mulilo, thank you. Ellen Manyika, thank you. Beltangwenya, thank you.
Tim Kulu Uti. If they had all the accused phone records, it would actually exonerate them. I don't know.
Obvious. That's true. I believe that. Mamzita. Thank you. Right. That's how we finish. And if we haven't called your name, Maria Gambe from, this is Netherlands, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you for being here. Tembelani Kanye was also here. If I forgot or I jumped your name, I'm sorry about that. It was not my intention. I was trying to cover everyone that was here because it's less of you. Please remember to like the video and share the video as much as you can. Someone is saying night, guys. Yes, night. Sizum Gag Anna, they still okay, he's talking to someone else. Wow, today you are politicians. No, we're just worried about someone who called us names. I'm part of that. That's
we are here. My people, we cannot allow these derogatory terms that were used while we were being oppressed for our children to even know them.
Yeah.
They should disappear
it will be very sad.
of the vocabulary. And I'm not going to entertain anybody who uses that word. And I'm seeing, you know what's even bothering me and why I'm so upset about this is there are new generation, the Gen Z of this color, of no color, on TikTok. And they're going around calling their mates, using that name. And I cannot understand why it hasn't gone away and why these people are teaching their children this nonsense. I don't understand it.
Right. Gift Nyati, thank you. We see you. Simpiwe Ingwane, thank you for being here. Danko for calling my name, Mr. Anonymous Emily. Stu Dube, thank you for being here. Itu, I'll leave it at that. Thank you for being here. I think if Emil Tuli Tools, our moderator, thank you for being here. You can call. You can call. Just
the
one call before we leave.
So an example needs to be made out of him, just so the Gen Z can get it, because I don't think they get it. The ones who I saw those videos there.
I see Emily wants to go further and further and further. Guys, this is it from my side. I'm done. It's difficult talking about this for long because it gets into your emotions. And then from there, you end up saying things. Yeah, it's a bye.
Bye, guys. Until next time.